Well, hello there. I'm ZiggyZackary. Today, we'll be taking a look at the Ampwave Avatar for VR Chat, a unique avatar based on a set of creatures with various music-like features, taking advantage of their standout looks to make this one special avatar for the books. Let's get into it, shall we? Ampwaves are an original species created by Slumberyo on Twitter, which are open for people to make. These guys are sound-based creatures who rely on their speakers for communication. Their designs stand out not just for the many speakers on their body, but other details as well, such as the vents on the chest, the plate showing their heartbeat, and even the zipper mouth. They're a pretty awesome species despite only having learned about them just now, and the amount of details they carry allow for many expressive and unique individuals. Though, while I do sing praises for the species, we can't forget the real reason we're here. Instead, we'll be looking at the Ampwave avatar created by Jin A. Jin A is a well-experienced artist who has made various 3D avatars in the past, including the popular Wikipedia avatar and the free-to-use Griffin. It's often very rare to see a well-made and expressive avatar around $40, let alone $30, making it really interesting to see what the Ampwave has in store when purchased. So, allow me to show you what you'll receive for purchasing this rather unique avatar. You can purchase the Ampwave on Gumroad for $25, giving you access to 3 main files: a 3.0 Unity package, a Blender file, and a Substance Painter file. There's also a zip containing 3 Photoshop texture files for those interested in using them. As for the PNG and Substance Painter labeled Halloween, those are for the free alternative style I'll explain later. You'll also receive Discord benefits such as the Ampwave Owner role, giving you access to the asset sharing channel for the Ampwave. This channel is perfect for users who wish to share their Ampwave creations and to discuss topics surrounding the avatar. You can receive these benefits by visiting the Jin A Discord found within the Gumroad listing, after which you'll send Jin A the email used to verify the purchase to claim your benefits. So, if you have anything related to the avatar you wish to share, definitely look here. There is already a number of projects and files ready to download and try if interested, including one of my own, which I'll explain a bit later. As with all Unity packages, make sure to load everything in the proper order: VRC SDK, Dynamic Bones, if you have them, anything else you have, and finally the avatar. It's also important to make sure you have Pyomi Toon Shader downloaded from GitHub as well. The Unity package doesn't come with it, and it's a required shader for the chest visuals. Once the Avatar Unity package is installed, you can find everything within the Ampwave folder: the model FBX, gesture controllers, textures for both styles, and the Ampwave scene. Loading the scene will bring up a single Ampwave for you to edit as you wish. While most would find the lack of extras within the scene boring, it's not that bad. You can edit the project however you wish, and it simplifies the VR Chat upload selection. Anyway, once you edit what you need to, just upload as per usual. One thing I'll briefly mention is that you're allowed to upload the Ampwave as public. This is particularly useful for artists who make unique and stylish versions of the avatar, allowing them to share the creations that anyone can freely wear in-world on VR Chat. If this is a goal of yours, just make sure to remember the artist's credit tag within the chest. As per the TOS, it isn't required to have the artist's credits in it, but it's very much appreciated. If you're just using the Ampwave as a personal model, simply set it as private before uploading. When you first spawn into the Ampwave avatar, you may notice something special out of the box. Not only does your mouth move when you talk, obviously, but so does the visualizer on your chest. Having voice reactive elements outside of the mouth movement is rather unique for an avatar, making the Ampwave a pretty huge standout outside of the expressions and gestures, of course. Speaking of which, for the expressions, you'll find 2 submenus for blend shape toggles, alongside a music slider. The music slider controls how fast the speakers on the avatar move. If you want to pretend that the music is coming from the Ampwave, this is a really fun toggle to play with. The chest menu allows you to change the plate between one of 3 styles: heart, square, and triangle, as well as swap between the voice visualizer and heart rate animations when needed, which proves useful for instances where you might not be able to talk as much. For the body menu, you can swap between the hands and eyebrow styles on the fly. If you want big claws, big paws, small eyebrows, or even reasonable eyebrows, they're just a toggle away. Lastly, you can control the tail's angle from within the menu if you wish to control it manually. I should probably also mention the zip it up toggle within the body menu, which, as the name implies, zips the Ampwave's mouth shut. Not only does the avatar not talk or move its mouth, but the visualizer doesn't react at all. This doesn't actually mute the user though, but with the mute being buttoned away, it isn't so bad. I just wanted to mention it since I know UniWizard might play around with that idea. Plus, it's a fun way to visually show you're gonna be muting yourself too. When it comes to the blend shapes for the Ampwave, there's quite a lot to work with. You'll find blend shapes for almost every part of the avatar. Eyes, eyebrows, mouth, tongue, speakers, tail, snout, chest, and even the body itself, leading to a collection of 26 expressive blend shapes and 17 customization blend shapes. Not to mention the necessary vicemes required for face tracking for those that use it. Oh yeah, it also comes with 11 blend shapes for MD if that's your thing. For the textures, you'll receive a default style which comes in dark blue with yellow gradient, separated into 3 distinct files: body, hair and eyes, and other parts, alongside emission, normal, and metallic maps for each respective texture. You'll also receive a unique Halloween style for free thanks to the original October release. Going under the name Blood Scarecrow, this style changes the look quite drastically, utilizing new normals and metallics for this really awesome stitch look for the whole body. It also utilizes a unique realistic heart animation for the chest thanks to the Pyomi shader. If you wish to use this version in place of the regular textures, be sure to follow the PNG provided. Though, I have a suggestion that isn't listed in the instructions. Screen Vocal is the default voice visualizer, and Screen Beat is the heartbeat animation. By using the texture array with either or, you can add the Halloween animation to the chest. The guide recommends using the realistic heart on the heartbeat animation, but either is fine. I personally use the realistic heart on the visualizer so that it stands out alongside it, while I change the regular heartbeat with the grayscale one included with the package. After which, you change the hue to your liking, and your Ampwave is now Halloween styled. Might not be useful until Halloween returns many months down the line, but hey, if there exists a second Christmas in July, I'm sure someone can make a second Halloween in May. If you want to make your own textures, the 3 aforementioned texture files appear as Photoshop files. These are well implemented and make use of layer mask for paint bucket fill strategies. You also can't forget the Substance Painter file for those who regularly use the program. Though, speaking of Substance Painter, because these Photoshop files are converted from it, there are a number of issues present that might make things difficult when using them. One of which being the broken credits tag found within the chest of the hair and eyes texture. The tag is meant to show the avatar's name, who made it, and where exactly you can purchase it, but it's completely missing within the Photoshop file, despite the UV map for it still being present. This can be fixed thanks to the default texture PNG, but it's still important to mention. The other issue, and one that might bug texture editors such as myself, are the seams. Due to a lack of color extending past the UV mapping, the texture creates a noticeable seam in various areas. This can easily be fixed by extending color past the UV mapping, which isn't hard to do. Also, while some have suggested disabling mip maps, this doesn't seem to work for me. The seams, especially with the default Photoshop files, didn't improve outside of a single pixel. So unfortunately, I can only see the method of providing more color as a fix for these seams. Because these issues can be fixed, I spent the better part of 6 hours trying to fix them myself. Fixing the artist credit tag, making the seams less noticeable, and even adding some new stuff, such as simplifying the layer masks down to only one instead of the multiple ones used. Or, my personal favorite, a version of the Photoshop files which work with programs like FarAlpaca, which, if you didn't know, can't make use of layer mask and will break if they have to. It's thanks to these fixes that I hope a lot more people get to enjoy the Ampwave. If you're interested in these fixed version files, they can be found within the Jin A Discord server. Just remember that this was a simple fix I made in my spare time while analyzing the Ampwave. It isn't perfect, and I'm sure someone else or even the artist will fix them with time. But I'm honestly grateful for the users who enjoyed it and have since given their kind words. Even if there wasn't a fix for these problems, the fact that they can be fixed is still really nice. And frankly, I'm fine with this given the avatar's price tag and expressive features. audio reactive elements, various body modifications, and a set of textures that can be edited, all for just $25? Alongside a few extra additions such as the Discord channel and Halloween styles? This is looking to be quite an awesome avatar for the price it's asking for. I would expect no less from the creator who brought us everyone's favorite Wicker Beast avatar though. Yes, there are some small issues present such as with the Photoshop files mentioned before, though I can't exactly cause a fuss over issues that can and have already been fixed. Besides, it's important to remember the avatar is still fairly new for a lot of people, only having been around for about 3 months now, with some only now finding it. So I'm sure it won't be long before we see more third-party content and updates made for it. In its current state, I still say this is an avatar you'll definitely get the most out of. It has enough elements for new users to be expressive and show their stuff to others, while having enough potential for more experienced users to play around and tinker with it. Oh yeah, we can't forget the most important benefit of all with this avatar, giving you the best chance to make your original Ampwave character a reality. And if you didn't have one before, it'll likely make you create one for yourself. Just remember to read the species rules and all that if that ever does become the case. For the Ampwave and other amazing avatars by Jin A link can be found in the description below. Don't forget to join the public Discord server linked within the Gumroad listings. You'll find channels designed for things such as avatar assistance and sharing of free assets. There's even the aforementioned channels you'll gain access to based on the avatar you purchased. If you wish to see more reviews like this, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. For donations and avatar gifting, feel free to support me through Ko-fi. Don't forget to vote on the next avatar review through the avatar voting form in the description below. Once again, thank you so much for watching.